Here we are with a special edition, 3 Up, 3 Down commentary on the JFK Plan B game from week 1 of the season. We have the raw, unedited footage here. I already noticed it clocks in at 1 hour and 5 minutes, so I can't wait to watch JFK warm up a lot. And, you know, a good 20 to 30 minutes of this tape.
And don't forget arguing calls. I'm sure that's going to take up a couple minutes too.
Always good when Rum Spring is roughing a game. You can get some quality calls in here for two quality teams.
Quality butt shots of Troy, too, which I gotta say I'm excited about.
So right off the bat, Bez Cargar, the charge R for JFK, leads off with a bunt single. Eric Stevens with the bunt shallow. Matt Kaut picks it up, tosses to first base for the first out of the game.
Good relay from first to third to hold Bez Cargar, the charge R, in second.
Bez is an aggressive base runner, so you know he was trying. He wanted to go first to third on Plan B. Matt just got it there to first base, too soon, too shallow.
Ant doing a great job behind Matt there, just to stand out at the thrower backer or backstop position.
Jason Kidd, double kick. I love J Kidd's 80s style rec specs.
Yes.
Those are the best.
I do enjoy those, now that you mention it. Every time he shows up on the field, I'm like, damn, those are some hot glasses.
Jimmy Wilcox with the pitch. The bunt, Don Smith. Little off target, AJ can't handle it. Safe.
Oh,
Safe. Anthony Williams, the backstopper, disagrees vehemently.
Vehemently?
Yes, that too. That's how he disagrees also.
Well, a lot of discussion already there. That was a close play. Looked to me like appropriate call there from Troy Southall.
I think the ref got it right. And props to Bez Cargar, I mentioned earlier, him being an aggressive base runner. Sure enough, not too many runners would try and push the envelope there and score from second base on a throw that was off target, but not that far off target.
So next we got
1-0 JFK.
up to the plate, old J.C. Cashwell.
The kickball beast. You take strike one from Wilcox.
Looks like he's got a new pair of sweatpants for this season too. So
That's unlikely.
there are no holes in them. Well, it could have been patched up.
Pop up. Jeremy Edge calmly collects it, and the side is retired, but not without a run. For JFK, manufacturing something out of nothing. So Bez Cargar, the bunt leadoff single. Eric Stevens moves him over, and scores from second base on
Jenkins, but
JK. I guess they still got the out on Jenkins' bunt,
yes.
obviously.
And
It just took that little stumble there by Jackson on the transfer.
who's running the clock on this warm up now? No, ball to the.
Alright, this
Troy moving the base ever so slightly 6 inches to the right, which needs to be done.
so JFK looks like they're starting out with JC on the mound, Bez Cargar pitching,
Not
Eric
gonna be
Stevens catching, and Daniel Shaw on first base.
Not going to see a whole lot of the strike zone in this inning, with Haas clearly positioned in the center of the camera.
Yeah, Haas has got the power stance there.
It's like a Wes Anderson flick where he's just like right there in the center. Perfect symmetry.
Out of retirement.
Kyle Lewis leading off for Plan B. Retirement was Plan A. Plan B was Plan B. He's back. Which is good.
This is there's an army behind the plate here.
I say this is a very Kyle Lewis with the pop-up. A little rusty.
Welcome
after
back
that.
to Kickball Kyle Lewis.
There's a little 4-month layoff there for that retirement. Probably some sleepless nights as he celebrates the birth of his firstborn. A little rush showing up there as he pops up a bunt, which is something that he doesn't do very often.
He looks sullen walking back.
Yeah.
That's a
he's just angry. Oh, checks the shoe.
Yeah, hit his.
The shoe is still there.
It's a slow walk.
Yeah, just a man just Cool down on himself on that.
Kyle,
He popped up his bunt to the outfield, so he has a walk machine going. Now we got Jimmy Wilcox going up number 2.
no wait, we gotta adjust the mound 6 ways from Sunday first.
Yeah, there's some controversy.
All right, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Is that you opening first, Matt? Is it?
Oh no, I am already at the bar at this point. I have roughed my fair share of
that's Ricky.
situation
That's Ricky.
games week 1.
So Ricky, check in.
And just quick note, Kyle looks to me like a young Bruce Campbell. I finally decided what film star he looks like. Young Bruce Campbell.
Strike.
Very nice throw by JC Cashwell.
Amelia, everyone hide your wallets.
Yep.
I'll tell you, JC is so good, man. Just the left-hander, just a different view, so much break and speed on it.
You have a view of this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, from experience, you're up at the plate. So PB&J, high on top of the board, they just need gas.
Very hyped.
Man,
Good scoop.
number
Good
2,
scoop.
Des Cargar.
Shows why he's called the Char Jar.
He
Jar Jar Binks.
scoops up the bunt from Wilcox and tosses it to Shaw on 1 for the second out. And now we have John Reeve at the plate.
Wahoo himself.
Foul 1.
Looking like a wahoo with that kick.
It looked like that movement. It broke right away from him, hit off his toe and foul territory.
That's just you being excited to play Wednesdays on the Peninsula going after that first pitch.
And after the second
And
one,
the second.
too, foul number 2. Reeve is not showing a lot of patience at the plate. He's trying to get after it. He's aggressive.
Or with a minor adjustment to the plate, and play will resume.
Is that one bounce?
There was a 1 bounce, Brent.
And the plate adjusted again. Troy really taking his
Yeah.
plate positioning duty seriously, which is something you can respect.
Yeah. Maybe that's why this game is an hour and 5 minutes.
With 92 plate
Reeve
adjustments.
with the bunt. Cashwell fields it, records the third out, transfer. So after 1 inning, we have JFK 1, Plan B nothing.
Really good on JFK to hold the Plan B roster to 0 runs, not even anybody on base. Plan B, you might be getting a little nervous looking
Yeah,
to your own Plan B.
I'd say, that's quite the accomplishment. 1, 2, 3 with that.
They call that a 3 up, 3 down, gentlemen. Oh, okay. All right.
This game is brought to you by Aleworks.
In
Are you-
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Are you unsupervised for the weekend and your significant others are out of town? Then go to Buffalo Wild Wings and top it off with a nice little crate your own 6-pack of Aleworks.
Or if you're a sad and lonely third wheel, Bell's too hard to
Or if you've been unsupervised for 3 months.
So here we go. In the top of the second, we got Jeremy Edge taking the mound for Plan B.
Interesting choice here.
Little different view. That's not a bad pitch, though.
That was really good.
Break right there.
I'm a big fan of Edge and his commitment to secondary colors. If you can notice the light blue shorts, and then also cleats and socks are matched up.
McCoy Wood, also, just like Kyle Lewis, retired from kickball in November, and here he is in April playing the game. It's great to see him out there. Freed lured him out of retirement to compete with JFK and help them win that elusive Wentworth trophy. He starts out with a bunt single in the second inning. It's a nice pitch.
So it looks like we got Alex Nocter behind the plate now.
Jeremy Edge has a good little break on that ball. It looks good on tape.
He showed himself to be a very versatile player. Known most for his outfielding ability, but saw him catch last summer, and now on the mound, building a nice little resume.
Indeed.
Is that David Baum there with the foul ball?
Foul ball.
A little close.
That is Baum.
You can tell from the video. Backwards hat stuff.
Turn around, sir.
Yeah.
Sir!
Please identify
Excuse
yourself.
me.
Oh,
Second.
and the out at second.
Nice.
Noel Walsh there to cover the bag. Heads up play. Yeah, that going to second on that, there is some risk involved in that.
A lot of risk.
There's a good amount. I mean, because that's not a gimme play. You're throwing farther from catcher to second than you are from catcher to first. And in that case, it paid off.
You see that play more when there's not a lot of speed on the bases, but going after McCoy with that one.
Absolutely.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Now we have Jamel Juice Fitzgerald at the plate.
You might have recognized him in his previous roles as the Black Power Ranger in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Very aggressive stance on that.
Good throw by Jimmy Wilcox. Was that out?
Looks like Richard had called him out, it looks like.
I think that was a good call too. That was a hell of a throw. Now Jill Sims steps up to the plate, takes ball one.
Some circles call her the Sparrow.
The mighty Sparrow.
Strike one. Count 1-1.
I have no idea what this song is, but it gets me
Two
hyped
outs.
up.
This is Closer by Tegan and Sarah. Jill.
Well,
Jill on. Jimmy collects it, throws to first. Nick Schmidt coolly receives it on 1-8. The side is retired. And after 1.5 innings, it is JFK 1, Plan B 0.
Real nail biter we got going on.
Wow. Good defense so far.
There's some nice D out there.
Some good pitching.
Edge again, showing off his shorts and socks. Cleats come.
Yeah, speaking of pitching, Plan B's pitcher from the last inning, and will be leading this inning off.
Again, the man positioned himself right in the front of the camera
Stephen Wood.
to not be able to see the plate.
Do you like the song? I like it.
I like it.
it.
I dig it.
I'm really enjoying it.
You hadn't heard it?
I mean, I'd heard it, but I remembered hearing it Wednesday night and really enjoying it.
Oh, so you're
George,
Herbie side.
B-Rad, and Jim Jones. It's coming on the best place. Uh-oh, just when we got a good
All right.
angle, there comes Dom.
Jeremy
Edge with a nice. Look at the
Oh.
speed on Edge on that.
There's
Woo!
absolutely nothing you can do with that. Just Jeremy Edge, one of the best pure bunters in the game. Just paints the line. And this is the
That was-
second hit. That's their number 4 kick.
And Bez, a man who would like nothing more than to throw Edge out, doesn't even attempt to throw there, so you know that was a perfect bunt.
It's an amazing display of kickball ability
I know.
and raw athleticism.
All 4 of the best pitchers in the game, too. That's just sick. Now we have Dom Smith, Plan B Charger at the plate.
Which was
going to keep this going.
a great thing that we found out that Dom would be a great role if we ever reproduced Fifth Element that we were talking about in the bar last night. He would play the role of Chris Tucker.
The man has got it down, just like that bunt.
Oh, that looks to be a little late.
I believe the call is out
He
at 1.
advanced the runners, but not advanced himself.
It's a good play by Bez to make the out at 1. Daniel Shaw with that big wingspan gives you a little fraction of a second because his arms are long.
So long,
Stretches
yeah.
out.
You're pretty much just throwing to the pitcher's mound. He's on first base.
Now we got Alex Jackson who didn't quite get a hold of that. Pops up to J.C. Cashwell for the second out of the inning. And this brings up friend of the podcast, Mr. Matthew Cowell, joining us on
Hey.
Thursday night with 2 outs and a runner on second base trying to get Plan B on the board.
You know, depends on who's behind him here, but everything's wide open as to what he would want to do. Looks like he considering the kick away there, but those stupid Mats got this football.
In my opinion, I would definitely try to line drive it between J.C. Cashwell and that female to our right.
You can try.
Easier said than
That's
done.
what he tried to do, too. He is kicking away here. Foul 1. We have a count of 1 strike and 1 foul.
I like this punk rock in the background, man. Like, this brings me back to like high school. Oh,
Nice shot, but
McCoy Wood
there to make a play.
Shortstop position. Flex.
Probably not where he was looking to go, but when you're facing a pitcher like J.C. Cashwell, sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. Hope for the best. Wafting going on here. See,
Daniel Waff?
fellow Rumspringers Jeff Morehart and Lenora.
As we take a break, Jorts. This commercial break is sponsored by Jorts' disaster, who is farting all over the studio.
Yeah, Jesus. Have you been sitting around drinking beer and eating wings for 30 minutes?
Looks like we have Nick Anderson coming in to pitch in the 3rd inning, facing Daniel Shaw leading off. The Condor. We're going to expand that JFK lead. I know they can't be comfortable with a 1-run lead.
Hey, there goes Danger.
And Derek Robbins holding Danger. And there's a kick-ass limping off the field, defeated.
I got nothing.
Like a bunch of assholes.
What a couple of jerks. Good play, Troy.
Didn't catch the call. First strike.
I don't think so.
Nick Anderson is working in some pitching. Doesn't have a ton of experience, but showing some promise at the position. I think he's got a above average velocity, some good movement. Certainly can show me he can throw some strikes, as you see there.
Just a promising young athlete.
Promising young athlete. Daniel Shaw. Of course, known best for his defense, both at pitcher and first base. And he's still known for his defense. That was a pop-up bunt. Out number 1. I was about to talk about his improving offense, but I didn't watch this tape before we started recording. And we got Stephen Woodard up at the plate. Woodard's a guy who played JFK in the winter. Flip Cup Trainees, which was a Freed-led team. He impressed Freed, showed some things. The young man showed some things to Freed, and Freed invited him on to this very stacked JFK team. He's certainly probably the most inexperienced member of JFK, but a good dude, and shows some athleticism that team. I'm buzzing. I don't even know where that sentence was going.
Oh,
Showing some promise, you're betting on some raw
And
talent.
there he is right there with the single. A nice chip shot over the first baseman's head into right field.
Somebody stole Haas's other sock, it seems like.
maybe he just hasn't had a chance to get that left leg out in the sun in a while. It's got a little pale.
So Haas DeBose up at the plate, the strong-footed lefty, 1 out.
Daniel Shaw has just finished ripping down the left field fence, and now he's calmly strolling back to the sideline. He's ready to continue play.
We go see what Haas can do against Anderson. Takes ball 1. The count is 1-1. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. JFK leading 1-0. The broadcasting business, that's what I'm upset.
You're doing great, Brent.
I'm trying. What's the discussion?
I think from what I'm looking at, that they're insinuating that Haas tried to make a kick on the ball.
No. Yeah, he clearly checked it. And Haas with a low hard grounder.
Oh!
Safe.
I would call it safe.
That was a close play at second base. Steven was able to recover. It looked like he slid past the base initially.
Speaking of
He scrambled back to second base where just beating the tag of Noel Walsh.
inexperience, that's something that gets you with the base running kickball. Very difficult. Easy to overrun that second base. A lot of newbies have trouble with that. But yeah, it's close play there. That gets JFK runners at first and second with no outs to start this inning.
We have our first JFK lady up at the plate, Emily Cook. No, second. I'm sorry. Jill Sims was up last inning. So Emily coming in with runners on first and second with one out. And try and move these runners over. See if they can get into scoring position. She does just that with the sacrifice bunt up the middle. Now we have 2 outs. Runners on second and third.
1 out. 2 outs.
No, it's 2 outs. Shaw.
Oh. My former teammate, fellow champion, Crystal Tanner.
Who I play with on Pop-Up on Fridays. Very funny person, that Christian Tanner.
Yes.
Incredibly funny.
One of the more experienced women in the league. She actually goes all the way back to the first couple seasons of the Peninsula with the Tailgaters. So she tries to squeeze bunt. Nick Anderson collects it. Calmly tosses to first and third out.
I think Crystal sneaks up on you with that humor too. With the accent, you don't.
Yeah.
It takes you a second to realize that she's just cracked a major funny.
Yeah. That actually makes 100% sense.
Yeah. So if you don't know Crystal or haven't spoken to her a lot, go ask her for a joke next Wednesday.
Yep. Troy with an adjustment to the mat and base again. And we're all set.
Hey Crystal, make me laugh.
Ain't nothing better than really getting yourself in the kickball groove by listening to some Jason Derulo on the speakers. I love some Jason Derulo.
So now we got Haas in on the mound, another lefty, another powerful lefty, but a little bit of different pitch than JC. You're seeing different styles here from all these guys, even though it's another left-handed pitcher, and it's Alex Nocter he'll be facing here to start off the inning. After some more discussion.
These two all too familiar with each other throughout the past.
Haas, a very competitive bowler where he gets his pitching style from. Nice pitch there.
Competitive bowler?
Oh, just a very competitive bowler, not him.
He's a competitive. He's a
competitive,
competitive
yes.
person, yeah. So I'm assuming he's bowling. Yes. Knocker bunts up the middle.
Oh,
That's
Ben's
good.
having
looks
trouble
like a
with that
safe.
one.
A little bobble and a safe. Looks like there is some discussion again. But clearly looks safe to me from this angle.
It looked like Bez had a little bit of problem with the transfer. He got to the ball quick enough. It wasn't a very good bunt, but Nocter's a speedy dude, so even with the bad bunt,
No room
if
for
you don't make a clean play on him, he's still going to get on first. So.
Is this Frank Council at the plate now? Or am I?
I believe so.
I don't know, that guy running to first looks spry there.
Yeah.
No offense, Frank.
Yes, this is.
Yes, it is. All right.
There's definitely Frank Council at the plate.
Speaking of just fantastic people and fantastic
Another
people.
shallow bunt.
Oh, that was like a bobble.
It's definitely a bobble. And Eric Stevens at the third, J.C. Cashwell at first base, who just had a little bit hard time handling that. So now Plan B's got something going here. With runners on first and second and no outs, we have Amanda Doolittle coming to the plate. J.C. and Haas and Bez.
Should be looking to
A lot of
run
people standing around out there.
Yeah. Having a little conference on the mound.
replicate what we said Emily did last inning, which is move those runners over here. All you need to do, especially with no outs in a one-run game, push it up first base, get those 2 runners in scoring position.
Bad relay throw to Haas, making him walk clearly off.
Yeah, come on, save your. You know what? Don't even get me started. Strike 2 on man to do. But yes, backstopping is underrated. We joke about backstoppers a lot. But as a pitcher myself, I don't like to expend a lot of energy out there chasing
Hell no.
balls.
How was my backstopping last week?
It was very good. Very good. No complaints.
Making me feel.
Ooh, us working the corner.
Was that called
And
strike?
that's called strike 3.
Oh,
That's a good call.
Poor Doolittle goes down, not swinging.
And that is,
That's
as a
huge.
defense, yeah, exactly what you need there.
Clinging
No
to
runners move.
Good call there too.
Clinging to a 1-run lead, Haas hits that corner for strike 3.
Speaking of backstops, why is hand kicking?
Best in the game right here.
Don't you have to get in the field?
Yeah, definitely. Yes.
Using his army background, he's marching in place. Nice cadence.
Anyone remember when this song was supposed to be the future of rock and roll?
Yes.
It is the future. And with a nice kick, Jill Sims collects the ball. Good relay.
Good
to
relay.
JC
Great
Cashman.
relay.
And what in essence ends up being that sacrifice, except for really the runner on second base, move the runner over from second to third. So you have 2 outs, runners on the corners.
And it looks like they're going to walk Nick Anderson. Is that Nick?
I believe so. Nick Anderson. So now we have the bases loaded with Noel Walsh getting some instruction. Coming to the plate.
Lots of instruction. Lots of instruction on the defensive end out there.
It's a big at bat right here with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Noel is definitely one of the stronger legs in the league on the female side, so it's a good matchup against Hosti, strike 1.
Always wait for the first pitch in this situation.
Well, yeah, you can't kick before the first pitch.
Foul 1.
You know what I meant. You let the first pitch go by.
Oh, okay.
Well, especially against a guy who's unorthodox like Haas. I don't think there's any pitcher in the league who quite has his style. Except for maybe JC, But take a few pitches and kind of, get the timing down, try and get the break. But he mixes it up here too. So here we go, kick. The out is recorded. JFK gets out of the inning, gets out of a jam, starting out with the first 2 runners on, and 3 consecutive outs in a row. Has them leading 1-0 as we go into the 4th inning of this VA Peninsula Week 1 matchup.
Who's this lady leading off for JFK? I don't know.
Is that Kelsey?
Troy seems to be.
Troy is encroaching. So
Yeah.
I believe this is Kelsey Whitelock or Whitlock. We should do some research. It's overrated.
We did our research earlier.
Well, if it's not Kelsey, we apologize.
Nothing like some DJ Collie to get the juices flowing. Rob Springer!
And then they stay there.
Foul ball. I'm almost positive that's Kelsey. So we have 1 foul. Jeremy Edge back on the plate on the mound guy. Foul 2. As that 3rd bounce just came up and caught her right in the thigh. I think that was intentional. She wasn't going for that. caught that.
The microphone explodes.
Ball one. So we got Jeremy Edge back on the mound. Jimmy Wilcox charging. Alex Nocter catching. And B. One bounce. Ball one. Ball two, rather. Troy making sure that home plate is perfectly calibrated. Foul ball. Kelsey working the count. Making Jeremy Edge work out there.
I'm going to do a little work from back here. Bless you.
Now we're back at the top of the order.
Bless you.
Bez Cargar, the Charjar, leading off, scored the first run of the game in the top.
The only run of the game thus far.
The only run of the game this far. If we get some started with one out here in the fourth inning. Bez Cargar flew in from Maine for this game. Incredibly ridiculous. Right?
Simply amazing.
Yes, no, I mean, I'm honored that talking with him before this game, he said to me, he was like, man, we don't have anything like this up in Maine. This is awesome. That's why I come here. It's, you know, all you people really should appreciate what you got because it doesn't exist in Portland, Maine. That's why a man has to fly in on a Wednesday afternoon and fly home on a Thursday morning for a week one regular season game of Waka VA Peninsula.
It's dedication.
It's almost incomprehensible. Like,
I cannot figure out a scenario in which I would need to do that. Maybe if I was proposing at the game, maybe if I had over $5,000 placed on the game.
That's a safe call.
with a nice bunt right on the line. Jimmy Wilcox made a good play on the ball. Made it a closer play than most Chargers would have been able to. But Cargar is safe with one out in the fourth inning. Eric Stevens at the plate takes ball one.
I love Kalp's coaching position throughout this game. He is he's toting that coach's box throughout. He's involved.
Arms crossed. Nice bunt by Stevens. No play by Wilcox. Tosses the ball back to Edge. One out. Runners on first and second. Jason Kidd at the plate, number 11. A late register. Didn't have his shirt in time. Bounces a bunt up one, moves the runners over to second and third.
Bez testing the waters again, but
Oh yeah.
holds up on third.
Next up, big boot,
Yeah.
J.C. Cashwell.
You know, one of the biggest legs in the league, J.C. Cashwell, just that left foot. I've seen him just destroy so many balls to right field that the War Memorial no walking on the infield policy is in danger anytime he's up on the field. Because he can certainly put one past second base there. But he didn't dare, a little impatient. Nick Schmidt collects the ball and it's a nice chest pass. A little risky there. JC wasn't able to hurdle that ball. Catches him right in the sweatpants and the side is retired. It is 1-0 JFK in the middle of the fourth inning. You are watching Waka VA Peninsula Kickball on YouTube. Time to reevaluate your life choices.
Brought to you by Lucky's Virginia.
That's right, our sponsor. We have Nick Schmidt, who made that play to end the Top of the fourth, coming right up to face Haas on the mound. Fallout boy himself, Nick Schmidt.
He'll go down swinging.
He's my number one with a bullet.
Look at this scene, though, man. How lucky are we to play with That just yes.
You're great, Brent. Everyone knows that.
No, it's not me. It's Warren Moyle. It's great.
And who gets that to be our stadium?
Strike two. Good pitch by Haas. Haas is doing it out there.
With the cheese. The high, stinky cheddar.
Hot sauce.
Ooh.
Oh, that was close.
That was a pitch that was really.
That was close. You gotta protect the plate on that one.
There it is.
That's it.
That's a strikeout. No?
What?
Oh, is that
Maybe
a
we
what?
Maybe we had the count wrong, but that probably should have been a strikeout.
That's calling for the man.
Daniel Shaw collects the pop-up at first base. 1 out. Christina Race, I believe this is coming up to the plate.
Sure.
I believe this is Christina Race.
I guess
Former softball player, played with Battlestar Ball Sactica in the spring, or the fall rather. Good, talented player. Who did she play balls on? I think she was with Battlestar.
I don't know, Brent. I don't know.
I'll find out and edit that later. Wow.
Okay. All right.
You may recognize this song from the Hunger Games.
This was pointed out to me.
Was this song actually on the Hunger Games?
Yeah. When they're on that talk show or whatever.
Oh yeah. That's my favorite character in the Hunger Games.
Haas just has Christina Race reaching, fouling that off. Juice Fitz likes this song. He's getting hype, doing jumping jacks. Skarsgård
nice.
collects the pop-up bunt. Yeah, out number 2. Kirsten Lewis steps up to the plate.
It says, F you, Cone.
Kind of uncalled for.
Yeah. Let everyone know she means business.
Can we get a delay of game penalty?
We can. You're the commissioner.
I would like to get a base adjustment. Oh, there it is, base adjustment.
Oh, and they're
Troy cleaning up her mess as
issuing
JFK,
the intentional walk.
JFK with 2 outs, issuing the intentional walk with the intention of
Splitting up the top of the order.
burning the top, as you will. As Kyle Lewis is now up with 2 outs. His twin sister Kirsten on first base. Foul.
Especially interesting given that I think they went 3 up, 3 down in the first inning.
They did. Kyle had a pop-up bunt.
Yeah, arguably not showing a lot of faith in your defense that has already shown its ability to shut down the top of this lineup.
Jorts, that brings up a great point. You know, you had them down. Why not do it again? You know, what's the fear in that? You looked good. You were playing good. Keep it going. You take outs any way you can get them.
Fear is the dark room where the devil develops his negatives, Mr. Wellbrock.
That makes sense. You know, it reminds me of that Robin Williams movie, 1 Hour Photo.
And
Safe at second, Kirsten Lewis with the hustle.
bobbled the ball there by the short fielder.
So now we have runners on first and second, the Lewis twins, with Jimmy Wilcox up at the plate. This could turn out really well for JFK in that they may burn the first 2 members of the Plan B lineup. Or
Seems like a bit of foreshadowing there. Wentworth.
No, we are watching this live in the War Memorial press box.
Yeah, there goes Manny for the 5th time.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Manny taking laps around War Memorial. Nice
Jimmy,
kick.
little flare to right. Drops just in front of Jill. Plan B sidelines going nuts. Overthrow. First Lewis. Second Lewis. Jimmy still motoring around. Looks.
Oh, slides in right before the throw. Wow.
There's some discussion going on now.
So that's a
three-run
3-run
home run by Wilcox.
And for those of you out there arguing the specifics of a home run in kickball, you're the same people who use the term bunt home run. So if that is a home run that starts with some missed play at first, then anything is a home run where you touch all the bases after kicking the ball once.
So in this case, we look at it, there's obviously some misplays there. There was the overthrow to Stevens. Stevens retrieved the ball. At that point,
Had a cheeseburger.
took his time, filed his taxes,
That's smart.
had Eric held on to the ball, Wilcox would have been restricted to third base. But Jimmy pushed it, kept running. Eric made the play, or the attempted play, towards home plate. At that point, the restriction was lifted. It's a live ball again. So it's a gamble.
Oh, swag, y'all.
What a sequence of events for JFK here. When you look at, they had 2 outs, no one on base. Made the decision to intentionally walk Kirsten Lewis.
And you hear more yelling.
Kyle Lewis gets on base after, and now they got 2 runners on, and Wilcox makes them pay with a flare into right field that just tailed away from Jill Sims' outstretched arms.
Right.
The relay was overthrown. What a sequence of events there.
I remember seeing that ball drop, and Jill hustling in as hard as she can, an excellent right fielder. Her husband, Daniel, at first. It's nearly impossible to fit that ball over Daniel Shaw
Yeah.
and in front of Jillian Scrimshaw. That's just the tightest of windows.
Time to be bourbon barrels.
So now we have John Leneve with the bases clear. A 3-1 lead for Plan B over JFK. That's a stunning series of events. I am stunned here in the Waka VA Peninsula studios watching this. JFK is gonna have to collect themselves after that unfortunate series of plays. It's crazy.
And then the Wahoo pops.
Juice Fitz collects the pop-up in right center field for the 3rd out, but the damage is done. Plan B takes the lead 3-1 in this pivotal Week 1 VA Peninsula Waka Wednesday matchup at War Memorial Stadium. We head into the top of the 5th inning.
Plan A wasn't working through 4 innings, so they went with Plan B there. And what do you know? It worked out.
Troy always has that left hand behind his back like that.
Troy at half
Very
parade
proper.
rest.
Very proud.
That's a thing, right? I enjoy
Troy.
saying. One here to lead it off for JFK. So, now down 3 runs. They'd only scored 1 so far, but near the top of their lineup. I think McCoy was their 3 kicker. So
Yes.
good scoring part of the lineup for JFK. Not a lot of holes, obviously, but this is a strong part of the lineup. And a guy you'd like to see leading off.
Yeah, especially in a 2-run deficit. They're going to need some base runners. And a nice bunt that Matt Cow made a nice spin throw there to collect it. And is that out or safe?
Safe.
Looks to be
It's
safe.
safe. But he made it close. Incredible. So McCoy Wood leads off at the top of the 5th. Now we have David D. Bizzle-Baum at the plate for JFK. Trying to keep this going and get them back in the lead. Back in the game. Nick Anderson on the hill.
Seen quite a bit of action at pitcher this game.
A couple innings here. Bouncy one that was just a little too high, a little too outside.
Looks like a little slippage on the mat out there. There'll be some time for adjustments.
Naturally.
Somewhere out there, I would assume that's foul.
Interesting, saw Freed come there and talk to Baum. With no outs, runner on first, down 2, calling for the kick away.
You know, Baum is one of the best line drive kickers in the league, so I think, I mean, I'm a firm believer in this myself personally. It's like, I want to beat teams with my strengths, not taking advantage of weaknesses necessarily. But you got a guy like Baum who can just put line drives wherever he wants. Let him do what he does. So I think that's a good call by Freed. Bunting isn't necessarily his in his comfort zone. Although,
Is it?
Looks like it might be turning foul. It looks like it's foul.
as you guys. But you know, that looked like a really good bunt at first. I was like, okay, maybe I'm about to sound like a dummy. Maybe I've been sounding like a dummy for the last 45 minutes. Thanks for these craft beers.
Not at all, Brent. You know that War Memorial provides us with these craft beers in Waka Studios.
Nice bunt. Dom Smith can't handle it.
Baum making you look stupid again.
So here
Dummy.
we go. After you know, this shows a good amount of character by JFK. In that they just had a huge inning where things just fell apart. A lot of teams would just fold. JFK comes right back with Wood and Baum. And now they have runners on first and second and no outs. The go-ahead run is at the plate. Juice Fitzgerald. Anderson delivers. Right.
Nice pitch.
It's going inside, trying to work Fitzgerald.
Keep him away from that bunt up at the first base line. But Juice, a guy with the speed who can beat that out. You know, it's the last thing you want here is to load him up.
You're definitely going to want to
No
take
outs.
off that mound as soon as that ball is kicked. Try to hunt that ball down.
You can see they've moved Race up, second baseman. Now they're switching Race with AJ, Alex Jackson as a double charger to try and combat. You just mentioned that bunt up one. Put a little bit more quickness and arm strength there.
Now would be a situation where you have a versatile kicker to maybe try and sneak one out there.
Matt Count collects it. Is that a
That's
foul?
a foul ball.
Must
Could have
have
been the hit up in front of the base.
May have been a double kick. So we have no outs. Plan B, leading 3-1. Runners on first and second. Fitzgerald takes. Oh,
Nice grab.
right there is not what you needed. That ball needed to be on the ground. And we had an unproductive out.
That is one thing that I always like to promote that I don't think people take a lot into account to is the mobility off the pitcher's mound. To be able to move left to right, to pick up those little pop flies where somebody might not be. Excellent job by Nick Schmidt,
Anderson.
Nick Anderson, damn craft beers.
Right, that is
Pick up
Anderson,
that
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you mentioned, you know, I said earlier, he's not very experienced a pitcher, but who fooled me there. He came off the mound. He knew exactly where that ball was going. He read the hips, saw it in the air, collected it, and a big first out of this inning. Jill Sims just barely fouled. Good looking bunt.
Looking to get the time run over in the scoring position at second there. Looks like hubby behind her who could, we know, can drive that those 2 points. A big leg.
Waiting for his opportunity.
Standing tall.
Very tall.
Let's give you a shot. And there's how you do it.
There it is.
That is exactly how you want to bunt down first.
It's like some discussion.
Oh, it's a foul ball. Ooh, that was so close. That was such an incredible bunt. It just barely fouled. But Jill Sims will have another crack at it.
Looks like she's very upset with Richard at this point.
Ricky, I will cut you in your sleep, I think is what I saw her say there. I'm gonna cut you so bad, you're gonna wish I didn't cut you so bad.
It's a famous line from Family Guy. Stewie. Somebody trying to resume play here.
Yeah.
Someone trying to take the high ground.
Let's just play some ball.
It's a good pitch on the inside corner by Anderson.
Jimmy Wilcox coming over to assess the situation. Maybe talk to Shaw about not kicking in the game-winning run.
Please, if you don't mind.
Foul. I believe that's the third foul for Sims.
Scrimshaw. Simshaw. Scrimshaw. Bird sound.
With 3 fouls, the Sparrow awaits delivery by Anderson. And there it is.
Down the line. Safe.
She is safe.
Wood sliding
Oh,
in.
safe.
Great hustle by Wood.
Huge with that head first slide there.
And now JFK cuts the lead to 1, 3-2, Plan B.
Shaw. This is the moment you've been waiting for.
What an incredibly clutch bunt with Jill Sims. With 3 fouls on her. She put her right in position.
Moment took me by surprise.
Hell of a bunt, man. Hell of a bunt.
Was she called out or safe? She's just safe at 1.
I think it was, from what I saw, it was safe.
She is on 1, safe. What a bunt. Even if that would have been out, that was just a perfect placement. And it cuts the lead. Daniel Shaw, her husband, following up. 1 out.
Shaw waiting for his, taking his time at the plate. Jeremy Edge blocking my view as usual.
That's a technical foul.
Shaw, a long drive.
That'll get the run in.
Get the run in. That ties the game up. David Baum scores. We have a 3-3 ball game.
Whole new ball game.
An interesting choice too there. You know, opting to get the tying run versus possibly loading the bases up. You know, with still 1 out remaining, or if you bunt there, they make for the first, you get the run anyway. So, no, kind of a risky call maybe.
But you know, Stephen Woodard, who's up now, not experienced, maybe you just don't have that trust in him to be able to get that sacrifice in like you do with a Daniel Shaw, who's almost almost guaranteed that he's going to be able to get it to the outfield at least and get the sacrifice. So
Point well taken, Brent.
I guess it's just a matter of you had one coaching decision, a gamble the inning before that backfired. Maybe they wanted to go for the surefire on there. Exactly. So, there it is. Anthony Williams making the
Fall down catch.
probably unnecessary.
He is old.
Oh, we just catch this home.
His hip just could have given out and he fell down.
I hope he's got his life alert on. I'm falling and I can't get up.
Troy with the left hand still behind his back. And he's hiding something like a magician.
So now we go into the bottom of the fifth. 3-3.
And what do you know? Who's coming up to the plate? None other than
Jeremy Edge.
Jeremy had a fantastic bunt this first go around.
They would just love to replicate that here.
I wish I could replicate it every time I got it for that myself.
I'll bet you $1,000 he does.
I'll take that bet.
All right.
I am a sucker for $1,000 bets.
For the love of God, Edge.
As long as I'm able to pay you off in $502 increments.
Done. That's a big pay raise for me. Cashwell back on the hill.
Some discussion.
So, Daniel Shaw didn't even pitch an inning in this game.
Interesting.
It's all,
That is interesting.
all the lefties. You'd think they would have maybe mixed it up
Mix
with
it
the
up.
righty.
I'll take my first $2 right
Damn
now.
What an incredible
Because not
bunt.
just a good bunt, but a perfect
A
bunt.
replicated bunt.
On the first pitch.
Thanks, Edge.
God,
I'll
man.
split that $2 with you.
We might as well just
Third
pour
week
clothes
one.
on Brent's house while we're at it. The rate that this is going.
Dottie left town. Now all Brent's assets are leveraged against
We have
kickball bets
seized
with us.
Brent's assets.
Oh
Mr. Bailey is going home with me.
Yeah. Hey, easy, Mr. Bailey. You're gonna love your new
Strike
home.
one from Cashwell. Dom Smith steps into the box.
Dom has like this cool strut about him. I don't know what it is. It's like kind of like a ready to pounce type of strut.
Yeah.
It's like the way Dwayne Wade walks around with his knees acting up.
That's Kargar.
Oh, the bobble!
Kargar with a throw that just took Daniel Shaw off the bag. Normally a play he would make, but wasn't able to let the ball came right off his hands. And Dom Smith is on safely as plan B. As the tying run, or the go-ahead run, the winning run,
In
on
scoring
second
position.
base. Alex Jackson steps into the box. As
Gonna look to move Edge over to third here.
the scorers came in with the official error charge to Shaw.
Poor Shaw.
I like pretending this is real.
This is as real as it gets,
Not any
Brent.
real baseball.
I just won $1,000 off you and your cat. Your wife's cat.
Mr. Bailey loves him so much.
If you loved him so much, you wouldn't have sacrificed him.
I like how
Is that
Brent
just
didn't
your
even-
gambling
I like how
addiction?
Brent didn't even sacrifice him. We just got to the point where we're eventually going to take Brent for all of his net worth. Have to seize his assets, including
I'm
his
sorry,
cat.
Mr. Bailey. You have to go live with Jorts.
You got a gambling problem, you and Charles Barkley.
Oh, and now Daniel Shaw has,
On the mound!
has been switched. A little substitution
Interesting.
there. J.C. Cashwell goes to first base, and Daniel Shaw takes
Well,
the mound for the
no
first
plan
time this
C.
evening.
harder to get the ball up first against a right-handed pitcher. The way it comes in versus when you get that left-handed pitch coming in.
Kinda breaks
kinda
forward.
sets up nicely for you to either, however you like to go down first, to open up the foot or to tap it down.
Your shoulders are already facing one on the left-handed breaker.
So I understand
Good.
that.
Good call by JFK. Excellent move by Freed. Daniel Shaw.
Looking like he was ready to take that mound in the fifth.
Yeah, he's tearing up the well-boiled grass with those hard throws. It's so quiet because the play was right now.
Yeah. And all the other team, well, I guess there's a team playing in field 2, but field 3's wrapped up.
A hushed silence is falling over the hallowed grounds of War Memorial Stadium.
Daniel Shaw wipes the ball off. Little damp night here. Alex Jackson.
Oh, the bobble.
just well-placed bunt. Daniel Shaw, maybe a little too aggressive in coming off the mound. I really think that that's one that Eric Stevens probably normally collects and at least records the ball out at first. Daniel coming off pretty strong, wasn't able to collect and make the spin throw. I don't know, tough play. Good placement by Jackson. And now we have Matt Cowell with the winning run, 60 feet away at third base, no outs. All he needs to do is get it to the outfield and he
Walks off.
walks off with a win.
Funny, because Plan B also helps you walk away from any relationship.
A line drive. Daniel Shaw gets his
Oh.
hand on it. McCoy. Oh! Wow.
I mean, that's...
What a sequence of events there. The line drive right off Daniel Shaw's hands. McCoy Wood collects it at shortstop and then throws a laser home that Eric Stevens just isn't able to
It's a
collect.
little too far out of his hands.
Jeremy Edge scores the winning run. The teams line up to congratulate each other.
Slap hands, slap hands, slap hands, slap hands.
I'll tell you what, for so-called what was advertised as the worst game ever, this was a good game.
It
a
was.
pretty good game.
I enjoyed it.
Troy looks satisfied on the sideline as he is drinking something or taking Advil. I don't know what that is. But that was an overall good game. I thought it was a clean game. I didn't see anything that stuck out to me of being a little out of the norm or crazy.
I mean, that one
Stands
sort
out
of
one.
wacky play on Jimmy's
Yeah.
run.
That fourth inning was incredible.
Looks like things are getting a little out of focus for us now.
Is that the camera, the beer, or
I think it started.
I think
Brent's
I think
cable being turned off because he can no longer report it?
Is it just, it's just my blurry vision from this craft beer. So, what a game. Plan B with a 4-3 victory. This has been 3 up, 3 down with our game commentary.
MVP of the game. Who should that go to?
Jeremy Edge.
All right.
I'm going with Jimmy Wilcox. His line drive and aggressive base running. That's my pick. But you can
I'm
make a
going
strong
Edge.
case.
2 perfect bunts, scores the winning run, pitches 2 solid innings.
Oh wow. You made a good case for
Yeah.
Edge.
You can make a case for Matt Cal. He had plenty of good plays at catcher and winning RKI.
You know what? Offense sells. I'm gonna have to go with Jimmy Wilcox on the
No!
MVP.
Hey, Edge, just remember
But Edge was a close second.
Nope.
Nope.
Edge doesn't settle for second, y'all.
All right, guys. We'll record more of your games, and we will commentate on them the best of our ability,
Which is limited.
which is terrible.
Thank you.